All right. Y'all boys ready?
Hey, that they all yeah, but I want you to know Scott Foster is like that boy gets paid lovely every time he comes to Boston. That's all I gotta say.
I'm weak. All right. What's up, everybody? It's your favorite show, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Train, as usual. Hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. And I mean, y'all know Reese already. So we got my man Brandon on the show. Brandon, how's everything with you, boss?
Everything's good, bro. Can't complain.
That's good. That's good. And as you can see, Reese did bring a couple friends. JT,
Full
how's everything
screen,
treating on you?
full
See,
screen, Detroit. They gotta
full
see
screen,
everybody
full
I'm with.
screen? Let me see.
Yeah, they gotta see everybody I'm with. Y'all see my guys, Big Al and Joe, JB and Smart, Grant and man, come on, D White in the back. He just you can't see him, but he in the back too. Brogdon, he had to take the other car because it can't fit too many people. But that's what he do. He drive the second car and really run it. All right, I'm done. I'm done.
Stupid. Well, um, they on the card, probably coming back from a loss against the Clippers. Hate to say it to you, Reese. Let me ask you this: who is the biggest threat to the Clippers in the West?
What is the Lakers record against the
That's
Clippers?
wild.
Okay, can
Oh,
we?
I'm,
No, no.
oh,
Okay,
so we're on your list. Bet the Lakers are cool. All right, so we got Lakers for Reese. Brandon, who you got? Who'd you pick? Who'd you pick? Reese said Lakers. Appreciate you, my guy.
The biggest threat in the West to the Clippers.
Yeah, like give me two teams. Give me two teams. So far, Reese used one of his on the Lakers.
Um, I would definitely have to say Golden State. Um, Golden State and probably maybe the Pelicans right now.
Okay, so Golden State and the Pelicans. All right. So Reese, you said Lakers and who else?
all right. So I'm gonna give two more. I'm gonna give two more, and you're gonna see a theme with my other two. I'm also gonna go Pelicans, and then I'm gonna go the Nuggets.
Okay.
So why the Lakers, Pelicans, and Nuggets? You may be asking, is because of the interior presence. I feel like you got to make Zubac play defense.
He can though. He can.
I know. I'm just saying you got to make him do it for 48.
But I mean, you got so here's the thing too though. You got a whole there's like a gauntlet of players that you got to go past before you get to Zubac. You got PG, you got Kawhi, like you got John Wall, you got Reggie Jackson, like you got you got.
Don't though. We're talking post entry passes. Zubac he's matched up against Anthony Davis, Zion, and Jokic. Those are his matchups. You don't have to go through anybody to get those guys the ball. Hell, half the time Jokic takes the ball on the break, as does Zion. Maybe AD does too. I don't really like to watch that piss poor team out there in the West, but maybe he does too. So it's kind of like that. You got to make them play defense. You got to make them play defense early. Because a lot of things that teams like to do nowadays too is put guys like that, especially when they put in a Luke Kennard, is they like to run the zone.
Yeah, and that's now you can start trapping more too. It because they're mobile. I feel like they can combat the bigs. And again, it's not like Zubac's trash. Y'all joke on Mason Plumlee. They were going to Mason Plumlee so hard, man. Like he had a bad little stretch. He went up against Embiid, got dogged. Nikola Jokic got his ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then Sabonis was like, "Oh, we all doing that? Bet I'm gonna jump on the trend." I'm like, "Yo, let's chill. Let's cool out." He did go to Duke. Mason, we still love you, baby. But like, yeah, it's a little tough. What's your thought?
Right, Brandon. You trying to figure out why he defended Mason Plumlee, right?
Yeah.
And then he get to the end and he like, oh yeah, he a Blue Devil.
He brought me one of these. He brought me one of these.
It makes sense, I guess. We all trying to figure out why are we defending Mason Plumlee from the onslaught that happened to him. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I feel like Reese makes a good point with the interior presence in Zubac. However, I don't really feel like when you think about the Nuggets, I guess the season they're having so far, I look at Jokic's, performance. Offensively, it doesn't really look like that's really his focus this season. It kind of looks like he's just, going with the flow of the team and where he feels like it's going to, best make the team successful. So I feel like right now Jokic isn't having that dominant offensive type performance or season like he was having last season. You look at his stats. He's, it's a lot of. He's been several games where he hasn't even hit 15. It's been a couple games, just under 20, and I mean that's what he feels like is best for the Nuggets right now. Because we all know Jokic could dominate, whatever way he wants to.
He can dominate on the playmaking side as well. So,
yeah. Right now I don't really feel like the Nuggets specifically would be a threat, interior wise to the Clippers, just off of the fact that Jokic is, and I could be wrong. He could come in against a team like the Clippers and completely just demolish Zubac, right? But right now, just watching how he's playing this season, I don't really feel like he's going to be that much of an offensive threat, quite frankly. So
interesting, because there's been like a little debate between myself and Freddie. Reese be ducking out in this conversation. But
okay, can I, before you go too long about it though, right?
I won't go talk long about it at all.
They go at it. Okay, so there's no space for me in the conversation for real. He's talking about I be freaking out. There's literally it's literally like Reese pick a side. Either you with Freddie or you with Trey. Like they don't let me be like, oh, like look at this stat. Like I be trying to throw in tweets to kind of like simmer it down a little bit. They don't be caring. They scroll right past it and be at each other. Go ahead, though, Trey. Go ahead.
So I actually think opposite. If you have someone like Embiid, right, go up against the Clippers, I think because the Clippers can like double team you quick enough that it throws off Embiid. Like Embiid's more of a scorer, right? With Jokic, he wants to pass. Like Brandon said, bro has skimped on the on the scoring a little bit. I'm like, he's on my fantasy team, so I be tracking. I'm like, hey, yo, real quick, dog. Up them points up, baby. Like it's close in these matchups, but like because he's able to play make, and now they have like shooters like MPJ has been hooping. Like, granted, I still think he can elevate a little bit more, but he's been hooping. Aaron Gordon been buckets, like getting buckets. Like Jamal Murray coming back, but he's still a scorer. Bones Highland, like he'd be able to make it easier for them. So when they do double team, boom. And then if you go one-on-one, well, hey, he can take Zubac out the paint. So I do believe it can be a little tricky for the Clippers. But I might favor the Clippers because like team collectively, I think they can actually usurp Jokic. It's Jokic versus Kawhi and PG. Yeah. Until he gets that second option, it's gonna be a little struggle for him, I think, personally.
Yeah.
The Pelicans, I think, are a threat. Because Zion's tough. Like he can get Kawhi.
We talk about Brandon Ingram.
Well, Brandon I was going to get to Kawhi.
Zion is a man child. Brandon Ingram is tough.
I mean, I'm still to this day mad that my Lakers traded BI for Anthony Davis when Anthony Davis is going to come to us the very next season. I'm just saying.
My thing with BI is that he's never healthy. That's the only thing about him. Every time I look up, he's always hurt, whether it's a concussion, his foot. I think right now he's out with his.
It do be small stuff.
I think it's his toe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
like small stuff that be taking him out for games. That's
games. And he was on my fantasy team last season, and I purposely did not pick him up this season because of how much he was out. And it's the same thing this. So it was the same thing with the Lakers. He was out.
He was young though, but we were. Yeah, it was a little. I'll give you the injury history. I'll give you the injury history, but he could turn it around too because Steph had an injury pattern of like the ankles, which it's still like a small injury, but it's.
But like Brandon was saying though, he said concussion and toe. You know what I mean? Steph
he won't get multiple concussions though. It was like one.
I know.
But it's always something. And it's something.
Right. But that's what I was saying though. With Steph, I could always hire a team of, physical therapists and engineers to make me the best ankle braces. Like, that Midas has made them himself. You know what I mean? But when everything just so happens to go out of the way. I mean, also, I don't mean to make this comparison, and maybe you could throw the picture up there in editing, but that fro that Brandon Ingram rocking is looking real Mr. Glass. I'm just saying. I don't know if anybody else sees it because you kind of brought it up. It looks real Mr. Glass to me.
He cool. He trying to go Kobe route, old school Kobe, pay respects.
Old school Kobe had shape. All of the pros back then
It's
had
new day. It's new day and age. It's a new day and age, Reese. You going natural, no cut, no shape up, no nothing. It is what it is. It is what it is. But I feel like that's enough about the West, though. I just want to say kudos to you, though, Reese, because maybe it's just because he knew we were going to talk about the Celtics, but you did not really bring up the Celtics for about 5-10 minutes. So good job. I applaud you.
I don't have to bring them up because they're.
That's why I said you probably didn't because we were going to talk about them. So it's still an applause, though. You got to give them something. All right. Well, I mean, fellas, unless y'all want to talk about something else specifically, that's all I had pegged for the show. Some good highlights, good game. Reese, I apologize for the Clippers dog walking y'all. Well, they didn't really dog walk y'all, but they did beat y'all. So I apologize for that.
Real quick, before everybody goes, I just want Trey to hear this. Kevin Durant, game 1, 6 turnovers. Game 2, 6 turnovers. Game 3, 5 turnovers. Game 4, 4 turnovers. It's not that he can't make out of the double team. It's that he just kept giving the ball to the other team. He is a main contributor to why they get swept. Why do I say that? Because if you don't give the ball away 4 of those times every game, that could have been? That is potentially 8 to 12 points a possession. Most of those games were decided by 8 to 12 points. Game 1 was off a layup. KD had 6 turnovers. He has 4 turnovers. They win the game. I mean, come on. I mean, I don't like to play what-if scenarios because, anything can happen. You know what I mean? But 6 turnovers, 5 turnovers, 4 turnovers, bro.
All I'm saying, Reese, I hear you. Again,
are those numbers not?
You got to hold KD accountable.
Are those numbers not? He had 3 assists in game 1, so 3 to 6. 5 assists in game 2, 5 to 6. 8 assists in game 3, 8 to 6. 9 assists in game 4, 9 to 4. He figured it out too late because they got what? Sweat.
All I'm saying is y'all had the better team, but I mean, it's cool though. And y'all was hacking and refs won't call nothing. Again, y'all just cheat, bro. Ever since all the time, y'all just cheat. And you still didn't win. Cheaters don't win, ladies and gentlemen. Goes to show you.
I figured it out, Brandon. It's not that KD went to Duke. Kyrie went. So he gotta defend KD because that's Kyrie boy. It makes sense.
KD's actually my favorite player in the league. KD, Kevin Durant and Steph Curry are my favorite players in the league. I love Kyrie. I actually talked to him, fun fact, in my freshman year in college. It was very brief. It was over the phone. I ain't really say much outside of, don't leave. Clearly he left. But, he it's just unfortunate, man. It's
bias is creeping into your takes, Trey. It's getting nasty, man. It's getting nasty, man.
So I just want to let you know, Reese, when the Nets do beat the Celtics, just get ready for the episode.
You won't hear from
the episode.
I'll never come on the show again. You heard it here first, everybody. If the Nets beat the Celtics this playoff series, that is the week before. It will be the last time that you see me because I'm sure we'll do an episode leading into the playoffs. That will be the last time you see me. I will not be doing any guest appearances during the playoffs. When we see the Nets, that's it. I'm going dark. That's it. That's it. So let's all drink to the Nets losing to the Celtics because we all want to see Reese on this show just like I do.
Side note, this is the Chick-fil-A Cup. Chick-fil-A, before we close off, I just got to say this. There's a Chick-fil-A shop that apparently is not giving us large milkshakes, but in other ones they are. Fix that for me, please. It's in the Virginia side. I can give you the address if you want to, but I just want to make sure y'all know that because I'm a signature member. You know what I'm saying? I paid my money just like everybody else. I expect to get treated as such. Thank you. But fellas, I do appreciate it. I do appreciate the time. You know what I'm saying? Reese, again, I apologize that the Celtics lost, but that's not me that let you down, it's your team. But maybe they do better next time, I guess, possibly. Who knows? We'll see.
The Lakers are about to miss the playoffs for the third season straight since they popped a bubble. That's all I'm gonna say. In the show.
Crazy.
In the show.
I mean, I got you. Well, I mean, my championship ratio I've watched is better than his. But that's a good way to end the show. So till next time, fellas, I appreciate it.
Half of them rings belong to Minneapolis. They didn't even come in LA. Those ain't even all y'all.
I said our lifetime, just for the record. But Brandon, do you have anything you want to say before we close up shop?
I appreciate you having me on, Trey and Reese. Yeah, it's been lit for sure.
Nice talking with you, Brandon. I'm sorry that Trey was defending KD and sending shots and uppercuts.
It's cool. Reese, do you want to give your one championship kind of banter real quick? I'll show you what a 5 championship looks like.
In the show. Somebody roll the credits. Roll the credits. I'm not doing this with Trey.
It's perfect way to end the show. Perfect way to end the show.
I did not know you guys were still here. As you can see, we're at the back end of the show. No pun intended, but look, hope you all enjoyed it. And before you go, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the IG account, share the content to anybody who's anybody. And most importantly, leave your thoughts and comments below. But I got to go back and play Buddy in 2K, so let me unmute him real quick. Excuse me. Hey, boss, I'm back. Nah, you better catch this word. You know we get buckets around here, too.